Okay, we're getting ready to do the 58 heads here. Work on our rocker geometry. So we're going to grind our tips here, try to get the best contact we can against the valve stem here. So this one here, it's not too awful bad. It scrubs real bad right about the very end of the lift, right there. But overall it's kind of on the valve. Had worse. So anyway, we've got to figure out how much it's going to hit. Right now it looks like it's leaving a line here on the outside edge of this rocker. So that means I need to grind a little bit more on the outside than the side it's not hitting on. Yeah, you can definitely see it on the tip of the valve also. You look up and there's actually a gap in there on that one side. So we definitely got to correct for that error also. I don't think I tightened this up that much. Studs are pretty hot in the air too. This is now sitting flat. It wasn't sitting flat before, so whatever was the problem corrected itself and I tightened it down. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go grind this arm. I'll show you how we're going to do that. Put it here in the grinder. Get cold over here. There's the grinding line there. Okay, we're going to do it on this sander over here. See, this also has a pretty good pit right there we need to grind, so that works out. Where the pit is, we've got to grind the most. It usually goes the opposite. Alright, so this is the rocker grinding tool I made, holding fixture. So this is basically just 3 panhead rocker stands bolted together to make what I need. So this goes in the bottom like that. Got the cover up here. I had to heat coil these, so I get some bolts. Screw into here. Use 3/8 bolts. This is ground so that when you tighten this up, it locks the arm up. Doesn't want to move. It also hits against here, so you can grind against this all day and it won't hurt it. Okay, you hit this on flat on the table. You can grind the tip like this just by rotating it to whatever you want for your arc. So that's how you could do that. Going to be on this side over here. So first thing I do is figure out where we're going to hit at, and we adjust the table up and down to compensate. Okay, so you can already see it's doing a heavy cut on the bottom, which is just what we need. So that works out. So I'm going to go ahead and make a sweep across here. I'm going to cut a little bit more on the top than on the rest of it. That should help the geometry a little bit on the other side. Okay, so right in the middle there, we got to do a little bit more grinding. Do the same thing again. A little more. Looks like it's just cleaning up. I'm sure we have to come back and do some more grinding. If not, I'm still going to grind it some more. It's got a little bit of a pit right there, bad metal. We want to get the bad metal off so it won't tear itself up too soon. Alright, so now we can go blow this off and do a quick check on the other back on the head. Check for our radius, and we're going to check for the angle. Alright, so you blow that off real good. The camera back over here. Put on my rug. Alright. Okay, I take my pen. It's a Markle WP. The best pen I found yet for this application. Just started using it tonight. So slightly watery than I need, but it's pretty damn good other than that. It's about 90% of what I need. Have to find some more of them someplace. So puts a nice coat on there like that. And it kind of dries a little bit. No reason to be in a big rush. It's pretty slimy. Probably got this at SEMA or something as a freebie. Somebody sells it. Okay, you put that back up on the valve here. And then you just kind of cycle it. See what happens. Make sure you hold the rocker. I'm in a stand where it belongs flat. Okay, so you can see where it's still hitting on the one side pretty good. It also appears we're going off the end of the valve here, so we need to grind more off this side of the rocker arm here. And a little bit off the middle, and the bottom will come back in a little bit. And you got to look at your geometry and see what it looks like this way also. It's hard to hold that and do this together, but yeah, angle's bad for me. Alright, so you get up in there and you rotate it down. You kind of watch what the valve is doing here. It's not too good to begin with, and then it goes off center. And it really scrubs real bad there at that point. I'm not holding it. I don't have it in a stand correctly, didn't help. So, it's hard to hold it like this, but anyway, you get the idea what it does across the tip. So I got to work on that a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go regrind it. You can see how it's starting to get harder. It's leaving a better trail now. So I definitely got to grind some more off the bottom of the rocker and get this angle straight, and work on the radius too a little bit. We'll be back. Alright, we're back. So you can see how I ground the arm here. Ground more off the top, didn't do anything on the back side there. Try to get the angle pretty even. I'm going to remark it. Also try to grind at the angle we needed to grind at. See how that worked out. So we put the marking stuff on there. The Markel marker. Or Michelle. That's Markle, not Michelle. Alright, now we put this back over here and see what we got. Looking at it looks pretty good. See how it wears. And wearing, it's still wearing on the one side pretty heavy. We're getting a decent sweep, pretty good sweep area. It's just we need to get that angle to come in a little bit better. So we'll go hit another grind on it and try to get some more of that angle out of it. We'll be back. Okay, I just did a sweep of it. So you can see the mark's pretty wide all the way across. It's not dead even, but it's pretty close. Definitely enough to wear in. And it's a pretty nice sweep across the valve now also. Give me some help holding this in. There, that ought to help me on holding. Okay, so now you watch how it sweeps around. Block's lifting up. I just can't work it, hold it at the same time. Especially at the angle I need to hold it at so you can see. Okay, so right now it goes across a little ways and just kind of rolls across that surface a little bit. And at the very end it'll sweep across right there, but it's pretty close other than that. So hopefully that's even halfway in focus. Can't tell what the camera's focused on. It doesn't look like it's me though. It's focused on my sweater. Alright, so you can see how it sweeps across there pretty even. Comes up. So it's not sweeping too awful bad, which is what you want. Alright, so we're going to live with that one. Now this one over here is a stock Harley rocker arm. That's an aftermarket arm. You see, they just grind the whole tip right off is what they do. They just take it right off the top so it doesn't hit on it. Doesn't help you much either. Kind of limits what you got. Alright. You can see how that one sweeps. It's right on the very tip top of the tip. Slides across real quick because it's pretty flat. And it kind of just sweeps across the top pretty heavily. So I'm going to go ahead and regrind that a little bit. See how it looks. The angle looks relatively close on the valve. So I'm going to try to match this one up now. I'm going to have to reset it because I don't want to do a lot of movement for that one. So every valve guy puts the valve at a different angle, and I put each rocker arm per valve, so get maximum contact. Alright, so we'll be back. Okay, I just reground this one a little bit. Got a little bit of a radius going to it. Probably I radiused it off here a little bit more than I wanted to by accident, but oh well. I got it cleaned up, so at least now I can get an idea where to start at. Until you do something, you have no idea where you're working to, so just kind of guess. Okay, so you put a nice coating on the whole tip. Let's see what we got. Okay, looks like we're hitting pretty good on the outside edge here, so I got to readjust my grinder for that. Yeah, looks like it's relatively even, but I need to grind a little bit more right there where the high spot is, kind of flatten it out a little bit. There's a little bit too much of a radius. That's right at the peak of that radius right there. Get my finger out of the way might help. So we got to knock down that peak, flatten out the peak just a little bit, keep it more of an even arc all the way across. So I'll go ahead and try that. I'll be back. Okay, I got this ground down a radius a little bit more. I got the flat spot halfway decent, or the offset angle, what do you want to call it. Let me mark this again. Let's see what we got this time. Alright, there's a pattern we're getting, a halfway decent roll going on there. We're getting full contact side to side now, which is good. Got a pretty good mark on the rocker arm where it's hitting on it. The angle's still a little goofy this way though, but yeah, well. Get it up here, we can see it a little bit. So the it sweeps across, very top it hits. We only go about to here though, so not too bad. Once we get it going, it rolls around halfway close. Let me get a better view where I can see it. It's actually pretty good. It's not sliding side to side too much like it was, so that's pretty good. And we're getting the ink starting to wear off, and you can see how it's getting a pretty wide pattern on the tip too, which is what you want. So, all right, that's good. We can live with that. So that's 2 down. I got 1 more head to go. Pan rocker arm again, which has got the whole side cut off. It's doing hard for me to do. So you can see how much it sweeps in there right now. So we're going to go ahead and grind this one a little bit and see if we can get this one to come in a little better too. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, got to grind on again. Got a decent radius going across. Put my magic marker on here. See, we had the angle pretty good, so I was working on the radius last. Got to get the angle in first, then you go into the radius. If you're lucky, it doesn't change on you, which it does every now and then. And this one is changing just a little, but it's still a fairly wide pattern. See, it's starting to change. It's grinding a little more on the outside more than I want to now. I had it more like even before. Something made a little bit of a change the last time I hit it. So anyway, we got the radius. It's following the valve pretty good though. It's a little bit sliding at the very tip there, but not too bad the rest of it. So overall, not too bad. All right. Let's see what we got going on with this one. It's sweeping in pretty good. You can see how much the mark is grinding in now. It's pretty close. It'll wear in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Helps to be close. At least you're getting a nice, you're getting a good wide contact pattern, which is what you want. Look at the sweep here from the side. Rolls pretty good. There at the very end it starts to slip side to side, but rolls pretty good across the first part of it. 2/3 of it's pretty good, the last third, so. Alright, that's that one. We'll go to our next one. This is another stock rocker arm. So this time I'm going to mark it first to see what the contact is. Pretty nice right out of the box, nice and wide. Okay, so I'm going to go regrind it, and looks like we need to take a little bit off the top up here because we're not getting anything down here at the bottom. So I'll go regrind it a little bit different radius and try to keep the same angle side to side. I'll be back. Okay, I got the tip ground. So I try to get a little more on the outside than the inside. Try to keep an even radius, and it looked like it was pretty close to the same offset as the other rocker, the same angle. So let's see if it duplicated pretty closely. So I'll go ahead and mark this one. See what we get. Pretty even. There's our mark. It's pretty even across the face. A little bit too peaky right here at the top, so I need to just knock that down just a little bit. Looks like the angle's pretty close, so. Alright, I'll go play with that just a little bit. We'll be back. Alright, get this last one ground. I reshaped it a little bit. Trying to get more of an even contact pattern. Alright, so you get the sweeping across the whole face of the tip there. Trying to just eliminate some of the scrubbing action that's going on. Not doing a very good job of it, but first half to lift is real nice. It starts out at the very tip, rolls across the face, pretty good. Then it starts to scrub, see. Right there it starts to scrub. So it's pretty good right to there, and then it gets worse. So your last 100th thou lift, 125 of lift is not the best of condition. So, but it's hitting evenly, good contact. See how it's rolling across the whole face of the lifter, or rocker I mean. So that's pretty good in that respect. So just a matter of getting it to, like I said, the geometry is just really bad on these things. These things should be a lot longer. They should be realistically up about this high, but without welding them you can't get them up that high. That takes a lot more time too. So. Alright, so that's how you get those set up. So these ones are all done, so I'm going to clean these up, start assembly. I'll be back.